he's so small and so tiny. They're like, well, how did you make it with your size? And he actually complimented the people that he worked with, like Psychosis and Conan. He's like, it's about the people that you work with. Like, they actually like made me look good and stuff like that. And it's all about who you work with. And if I can make them look good, they're going to do the same thing with me. And that's how I got noticed. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
You see how passionate he is? I love it. And now he has a platform to let that passion out.
There you go.
Welcome back to Tea and Crafts with Paris. I'm here with Mega Mosca.
Hello.
You know, you were one of my first guests in the original Wussy Tea and Crafts. Or I guess it was just tea time back then.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Feels like a long time ago. It was at a different setting, but now it's, different and upgraded. It looks really, really nice.
Well, I hope these upgrades are going to work out for you, sir.
Yes.
Our craft today is we have a blank canvas, and we're just going to paint something.
Yay. And what are we painting?
Whatever you want.
Really?
Yep, whatever you want.
Okay.
Grab and pour and start just painting, sir.
Okay. Maybe I'll just, those famous artists like Van Gogh and stuff like that. Like, I'm not really like into art.
Guys. Oh my God, Mosca, look, it's me, Antique White.
There you go. Let me draw that.
Speaking of age and us being old, let's talk about your childhood.
Okay. Let's.
You originally from Idaho?
I am not from Idaho. I grew up in Ontario, Oregon, which is just right across the Snake River Bridge.
What brought you to Idaho? Were you kidnapped?
No, I mean, it was just something that we just wanted to get away from. When I say we, I'm mentioning my wife back then, who was my girlfriend, because she's actually from Payette.
Oh.
Yeah, so we just decided to make the move to Idaho, she decided to stay in Idaho. I decided to cross that bridge because at the time she was going to beauty school in Nampa. So we were just wanting to just, I guess, locate over there. And then we just ended up, in that area.
Sir.
So my earliest memory of professional wrestling was when I was 6 years old.
Oh.
Of course, and you can tell by my age what I'm going to talk about now. So the very first wrestler that I just fell in love with was the Ultimate Warrior. And this was the time when he was feuding with Hulk Hogan. So this was like during the dying days of Hulkamania. Pretty much had to patch the torch. And my impressions of Ultimate Warrior were just like, oh my God, like the build of him, he actually looked like an action figure come to life. And he was so colorful with face paint. And like I said, my very earliest memory of wrestling. And then I discovered Bret the Hitman Hart. And of course, he's like the complete opposite of the Ultimate Warrior. Oh my God, like I just thought he was the coolest just for the fact that he had a leather jacket and he had these awesome shades. And so what he would do, and I wanted to be the kids so bad that it was sitting in the front row, because every time he'd come to the ring, he had these shades and he would take them off and he would give them to the fans out in the front row. And I'm like, oh man, I want to be that kid so bad and to get those shades. I found my two favorite wrestlers of all time were Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio in that same year. And of course, they were in different promotions of WCW. So this was like during the time of the Monday Night Wars, which was the greatest time to be a wrestling fan. And ever since then, man, I just been watching it religiously. Like, it just consumed my life. It was always about professional wrestling to me from then on. Thought it would never ever happen to me at all. Because there was no like independent scene here in this area. Like there was no live wrestling events either. I didn't get to watch my first event until like I was like 15 years old, and I want to say 2017 when I first heard about Idaho Wrestle Club. I saw him at one of the Comic Cons in Nampa. I worked one of the booths over there. My friend owns a comic book business, so I was helping him out doing it, and I saw a wrestling ring, and I'm like, oh my god, there's a wrestling ring. Like, what is this? What's going on? And I'm like, I have to know what this is right away. And I remember later on they had Wrestle Club had its first match, and I remember this. It was Brad Zane versus Adriel Noctis.
Who are you rooting for?
Huh?
Who are you rooting for?
Honestly, I was just soaking it in. I wasn't cheering for anybody. Like, I was just like, I couldn't believe like I was watching, you know, pro wrestling in front of me. And just seeing these guys work. And I just thought it was so cool. I'm like, oh my god, like I can't believe like they got wrestling right here. And I stuck around and of course watched a couple more matches. Can't tell you who else was there. I just remember that was the first match.
So what pushed you to finally reach out and say, hey, I want to be a wrestler?
So this was in 2019. And I was actually going through some personal stuff. I don't know if I can reveal so much about it. I mean, I guess since we're being open about it.
Only as much as you're comfortable with.
So my wife and I had a separation at that time. And obviously that's something that that's going to have like obviously it's a huge impact on your life. It's something like I never thought I would experience at all, but there was, you know, not all marriages are perfect. We were going through some stuff, and during that time of separation, I didn't want to think about it. I just wanted to do something productive, something to distract me from what I was going through. And at that time as well, I'm still hitting the gym, getting in, you know, and starting to stay in shape. It was about cardio with me at that time, but like I said, just trying to do anything I can just to distract myself. And I just thought about wrestling. Like, I was just like, you have a local independent scene here. Hit them up. You know, just put your foot forward. See what the response is. See if they'll take you in. And so one day I just decided to hit them up on Facebook and write them a message saying like, hey, I'm interested in joining. Do you guys train? Like I said, I just really want to do something. I think I wrote something like, I'm willing to be enhancement talent. I think of those lines. Because then my thought process is like, if I can just train and just have like one match, and I don't care if it's like a quick 2-3 minute match, you know, just trying to put somebody over or something, like, I'll be happy. Like, I'll just die happy because that's the dream for me. Like, I did my dream and I actually had a professional wrestling match. So a couple of days later, I got a message from them and saying like, yeah, we do train. Meet us here at this next event and we'll talk from there. And luckily I actually was going to be at that event because it was another con. It was a library con, downtown Boise.
No.
And of course we had a comic booth there, and I went and talked to them after the show. The very first person I ever met was Todd Silver, the referee.
We love Todd.
Yo, I love Todd. He's awesome.
Head zebra.
And I'm like, yeah, I was supposed to meet one of you guys here about the going to wrestling.
Please.
Yeah, and he's like, all right, hang on, give me one moment. And then, and then the rest is history. Like, that's how I joined them. I showed up to the practices, and I really worked hard at it. Like, of course, it's different now, but back then, like, I was just all about training. not too long after that, my wife and I reconciled. We worked on our problems, and I honestly like to think that joining Wrestle Club was a big part of it because I guess there was just like this huge void that I needed to fill to make me happy. And of course, joining Wrestle Club and all that did. I enjoyed it. She could tell with my attitude that that was something that I needed, and she was very, very supportive. She's still supportive to this day. I actually inspired her to do something. I guess we can talk about that later. But so yeah, so it all worked out. So
what inspired Mega Mosca?
Mega Mosca.
Why a like, dude? What? I was sitting here thinking, you have Cronenberg-itis or something?
No, because I just smell like garbage. No, I'm just joking. The question, Mega Mosca. So Mega Mosca was inspired by a short film that was made as I was joining them and training with them. It stars the Lost Soul Garibai, Mr. Hickman, and Bronco Billy Lee.
Oh, I've seen it. It's awesome.
The weird thing is, the crazy thing is, one of their directors of that movie, I graduated with her in high school. Ooh. And we actually haven't seen each other until the day of filming. And so it was nice to catch up with her and all that stuff. So it's just a small world, right? So anyways, they did the shooting of the film, and I was there as a ref. And I'm actually in the film. I'm one of the audience members, so I have an IMDb credit. Thank you. So awesome. Check that off the old bucket list. I'm like, yep. I'm a big deal, you know. Like, gotta get an agent soon. But anyways, that following week in training, Wrestle Club approached me, and they're just like, you know what? I think you'd be good as the Fly. You know, like, I want you to be a luchador. And I said, okay. I can dig that. Like, I grew up loving Lucha Libre. Like, I don't even know why I didn't think of that. Because I had no idea what kind of character or what I wanted to do. I was just soaking it all in at that time. Like, I was just having a ball just training. So the mega part came from actually my dog, who is no longer with us. Rest in peace, Molly. So I was coming up with names to attach to Mosca, and I know I wanted it to be an M, so I had this list, and I think there was like Magnificent Mosca, and of course I'm a huge Back to the Future fan, Marty McMosca. Ooh. Just with anything just coming on top of my head, but nothing was actually fitting right. I just wasn't digging any of these names. And then I'm in my living room looking at the list. I see my dog Molly. She's across from me laying in her little dog bed, and she's giving me that look like, you know, come pay attention to me, you know, come give me loves, come give me pets, you know. And I'm like, okay. So I go over there and I start, you know, rubbing her head, rubbing her belly and stuff like that. And I noticed on the dog bed, the name of the company that makes it, it's Mega Mutt. And so I'm like, Mega Mutt, Mega Mosca. And I'm like, oh my God, I love it. And so I added that to the list. I sent it off to Wrestle Club. And I said, I love Mega Mosca. It's like, I don't know if you ever watched Boogie Nights. You ever seen that movie?
I've heard of it.
So like when Dirk Diggler thinks of his name, the main character, it's like razor sharp neon lights, and this name is so big, then you know the lights explode, and the name reads Dirk Diggler. And so that was my Dirk Diggler moment where I was just like, Mega Mosca, you know, the lights, fluorescent lights like exploding. And so yeah, they loved it too. So it's been Mega Mosca ever since.
Wrestle Club.
Yeah. I was thinking about what the Colonel was saying, you know, about my name.
Uh-huh.
I was just wondering if you had any ideas.
I had some thoughts on it, yeah. What about you? What do you think?
Well, my idea was, you know, I just want a name. I want it so we can cut glass, you know, like razor sharp.
Razor sharp, right?
Yeah, well, when I close my eyes, I see this thing. It's like this big sign. And the name is in like bright blue neon lights with like purple outline. And this name is just so bright and so sharp that the sign, it just blows up because the name is just so powerful. It says
Mega Mosca.
I think heaven has sent you here.
Mega Mosca.
I think the angels have blessed us all because of you.
Mega Mosca.
That was my moment right there. I kind of got sentimental about it and stuff like that. I go, I can't believe it. I actually got something like, you know, this is gonna be me. I'm gonna be Mega Mosca. You know, like this is gonna be so cool. And I grew up loving the luchadors and the masks, and I knew that the character would get over too because just thinking like as a kid, as a child, like I did love the luchadors. And when I first got into Wrestle Club or started watching the product and stuff before I joined, Outlaw was like the wrestler that really spoke to me because of the, you know, the mask and stuff like that. And of course, he's just a great, you know, wrestler altogether.
Yeah.
So, so like I said, I knew it was gonna work. And yeah, I just remember like having my first match and the response that I got for it. And I was just like, oh my God, they're cheering for me. Like this is cool. This is incredible. And then of course, didn't last for long because I got kind of roughed up. Yeah, she just became a certified personal trainer within like last couple weeks. So that's her new venture, plus hairdressing now. So yeah, she's doing it all. She's amazing.
That's
So
great. Holy
yeah.
crap.
And she did a few competitions like those, I want to say bodybuilding, where they show their physiques and stuff like that. And you know, they get judged on and stuff like that.
Dude, you better be nice. She's gonna break you in half.
Right? Well, and the cool part about that was she said, and she told me, she admitted, she's like, I actually got motivated, inspired to do that stuff because of your wrestling. And I said, oh, really? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know, that made me feel good. And, you know, she's awesome doing that. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication to do that kind of stuff. And it's also cool that, because I got a lot of family that lives in Ontario, like a huge family, like extended like cousins and all that stuff. And they're starting to come around and watch the shows, like, you know, my cousin's kids and all that. They think it's like the coolest thing that their cousin's a wrestler and stuff. And I don't really know how to react to it except for like, you know, gratitude, like just saying, oh, you know, thank you guys for coming and watching, not just me, but, you know, all of us. And then I get to see these young guys who I'm so jealous of, like Alacron and Gabriel Livings.
Because of their youth.
Because of their youth and their you know, there's just things, of course, like Alacron, of course, great worker. And of course, Gabriel Livings, he's not really on the right track right now, but he's so young that he can learn. So I haven't really given up on him, but it's just the fact that they have something that I wish I had, you know, at that age. I probably wouldn't have taken it as serious because back then I didn't exercise or do anything like that. But still, it's just awesome to have an independent wrestling scene in this area finally.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Is Gabriel Living still having daddy issues?
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
Yeah, I don't know, he's still under the mind control. I don't know what you know, Monroe's putting in that Kool-Aid. We'll have to find out the ingredient in that.
So, do you know the meme Truck Coon? Basically, you get hit by a truck and you wake up in another world.
Oh man, I'm so good with memes, but that doesn't ring a bell. Wake up in another world.
Yeah, it's a trope. So it's basically like Mario. He goes down the pipes and ends up in a different world.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay.
Except that usually isekais entail but the person essentially dying, and then they wake up in a different world. They get isekai'd. We could isekai all of Project Mayhem. Wouldn't that be fun?
Put them in. Let's see here. Where would I like to end? Where would I like for them to end up at? If we could put them anywhere.
Where should we put them?
Let's see here.
I vote Doom.
Doom. I vote. Let's see here. What's that? You ever watch Futurama?
Yes, I've seen Futurama.
The planet with the Snoo Snoo. I don't know why that pops up in my head. You
Bro,
know?
they would like that. We want them to suffer.
Hey, it's a
Whose
great.
side are you on?
Well, it's a great distraction. I need what I mean. I needed, you know, I need for them to like to go away while I do my wrestling thing, you know, so they don't interfere, so they don't have to think about it. So you know, it's I win, not them. I win. So, anyways, wrestling, yeah.
You know, Trevino was talking a lot about you.
Was he really?
Oh God, yeah.
What did he say?
He says that he comes after you all the time because you're easy. Because you're so small and weak.
What? Him calling me small?
Yep.
When I can actually like get on carnival rides and he can't meet the height requirement?
I mean, okay.
Fucking Munchkin Land over there, Project Mayhem.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm not stopping you.
But I have thick skin. It doesn't bother me. I don't care what he says. I don't care.
In reality, he cared a lot.
All right. He's just lucky that I love dogs. So, I guess he considers himself like a pit bull or something like that.
Yes.
Not like the hoverboard pit bull, but like a dog animal pit bull.
I compared him to that little
That
that little white dog that every little Tia owns, just that crusty little white dog. You know what I mean, right?
Like a little
Like a little poodle or
I
something.
was gonna say like a little poodle, yeah.
Yeah. Someone in a Hispanic family has one of those dogs.
Oh yeah, my grandma, she had Chihuahuas.
So overall, are you happy in Wrestle Club? Happiness is abundant.
I am, and I mean, of course, like that's like a loaded question for me because, like, number one, I am happy. I love what I do. I get in these moments sometimes where obviously I can't believe what I'm doing, and there's just sometimes like I'll just go through these moods where I just went through so much in my real life, just being overwhelmed, tired, what have you. I just don't have it in me to. Mosca, you're gonna, everything's gonna change once you're there, and 100%, I'm always right. So, but no, I love it. I like entertaining. It's so challenging. It's by far the most challenging thing I've ever had to do. They were all just like me. They saw something on TV one day and they just loved it. And we share that. And we're just like, yeah, man, they're just like me. We get to live this dream, and we get to put on these shows. We get to make people cheer and boo us, and you get compliments too. Like I remember the show before Kids Fair. Like I just had a couple people just saying like, "You were great, Mosca. You were awesome. We love you." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." Like that's something I'll never get used to. Again, if people that are watching this, if you had the same thought process like me, like where it's something that you want to take a stab at, you're a fan and you want to take a stab at it, hit us up, see how you can contribute to Wrestle Club. I mean, you don't have to train to be a wrestler or anything like that. If you want to try out to be in the ref, or anything else behind the independent scene, like we could always look for people that can help out with these things, so that way we can keep independent wrestling going.
So anyone here in the Treasure Valley who might be a little intimidated messaging Wrestle Club directly, are you open to them messaging you through your Facebook?
Oh, absolutely. I've had actually people message me about it, questions here and there, that know me personally, and so yeah, I'm always I find any reason at all to talk pro wrestling. That is just something that you can never drag me away from, like, or like I'm never gonna get bored of it. Like I could talk about wrestling forever. All right,
Childhood.
I don't think I showed people.
Okay,
that.
here's our paintings.
Yeah, this is me flexing the old paintbrush here with all these colors. I don't know what to make of it. There was a person right there, but I just hovered over it, and I guess this is like a cloud of just sadness that's just hovering over me.
Mosca, do we need to turn the camera off? Are you okay?
No. I mean, I'm trying to sell something. Like someone can say, "Oh my God, that's art! Like I want to buy it." So we are starting at the bid at $1 million, and of course you will get a percentage.
Yes, I will.
Yeah. See. Yeah. So it starts at 1 million,
Aw.
and then yeah, we'll just go from there. Oh, and I gotta autograph it, of course. So
Yes, autograph it. I guess we should do that.
otherwise, it's not gonna be authentic. And then yeah, it'll come with a certificate of authenticity of whoever wins the bid, and you'll get a photo with us. That's only if it stays at the 1 million mark or above. But anything lower than that, no, I'm too busy. I hate Project Mayhem. Yeah, Travian, I'm gonna find you.
What are you gonna do to him?
I will shower him with hugs and kisses.
Ew! Why?
Because that's the one thing he'll least expect. Gotta psych him out, you know. He thinks I'm gonna attack him and punch him and kick him and give him body slams and suplexes. No, I'm just gonna hug him and kiss him, and then he's gonna go like, what's going on here? What's going on here? And then that's when I'll take advantage. Yo, Mosca way. Feel very cultured.
It's a very cultured show.
It is. It is. We did art. We drank tea. We talked about my fallbacks. It was like a counseling session. I don't know. It was a good experience. I hope to do this again sometime. And,
Oh yeah, I'll definitely have you back on. Maybe I'll
definitely
have you
have to-
back on with someone else as well.
There you go.
Oh, I could invite Trey on.
Who?
Trevino on.
No.
Then we can all
do
have
you
a art.
do you want your house wrecked? Do you want this set wrecked?
I mean, that wouldn't happen.
I mean, do you want me to? I'm gonna throw him in a window. I'm gonna, do a barber shop, like Brutus Barber Beefcake with the rockers. Super kick him.
No, the you ain't.
It's Trevino though.
I got 2 feet. I got 2 chanclas. I can dual wield.
You're giving me
it's in my skill
PTSD.
class.
That chancla's giving me PTSD.
All right, I will put it away. Let this be a warning.
I gotta call my mom now after this. Tell her how much I love her.
I was attempting to do something happy, and then this just happened.
1 million. Remember that. That's where it starts.
Alrighty.
Towards a good cause, which we will announce later.
Well, thank you for watching once again. You can catch Mega Mosca at
Bordertown. Unless this releases afterwards, then you can hit me up on the good old Facebook. Just look up Mega Mosca, and then I'm the only one there, or that pops up.
That's very true.
Subscribe, like, and just comment. Even if you want to say negative things, that's fine. I'm cool as long as I get some attention. I will win you over. How about that? I will try to win you over. Like, why? Why do you hate me so much? But no, it's been nothing but love on there. So
there you go. Challenge accepted. Thanks for tuning in. Mosca, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And until next time, it'll be Tea and Crafts with Paris.
Adios. That's a good apple.
That's a pear, dude.
Is it a pear?
That's a pear.
Tastes like an apple.
And those are nectarines.
Yeah, you know who Carlito is?
Carlito?
Carlito, the wrestler? You guys know
Yes, I do, because he's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I got a thing for brown men.
And what's he famous for?
The apple spitting.
What's the quote?
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. That one? Is it that one?
Is that correct? At disembodied voice? Say that again?
About what? About Carlito?
Yeah.
I was hoping you didn't know who he was, because I can give you a demonstration of what of what he's famous for. But
You're gonna spit food in my face?
I can't anymore. I just swallowed it. There's no more apple. So yeah.